The nurse hands me my daughter in the delivery room, and everyone goes silent because she's black, and my wife and I are white. I can't breathe. The fluorescent lights hum overhead, too bright, too harsh. This baby, weighs nothing in my arms, maybe 7 pounds of impossible wrapped in a pink hospital blanket. Her skin is beautiful, a warm brown that catches the light, but it's wrong. Everything is wrong. Sarah's face has gone gray against the white pillows, her eyes darting between me and the bundle in my arms like a trapped animal searching for exits that don't exist. Something was wrong with the baby. My mother stands frozen by the door, her hand over her mouth. She'd driven 3 hours to be here for her first grandchild. The gift bag with the silver rattle slips from her other hand, hits the linoleum with a sound like breaking. My father clears his throat. Once, twice, that nervous habit from when he doesn't know what to say. The nurse who handed me the baby backs away slowly, her white sneakers squeaking against the floor. The baby's eyes open, dark brown, almost black. She doesn't cry. "Tom," Sarah whispers. Her voice cracks on my name. "Tom, I can explain." The nurse wouldn't make eye contact. Dr. Martinez steps forward, professional smile faltering. "Congratulations, Mr. Mitchell. She's perfectly healthy. 10 fingers, 10 toes. She clips the words short, already reaching for the door. "I'll give you some privacy." Privacy. As if privacy could fix this. As if closing a door could change the color of my daughter's skin. My daughter. The words feel like glass in my throat. The baby makes a small sound, not quite a cry, more like a sigh. Her tiny fingers curl around nothing, grasping at air. The hospital bracelet on her ankle reads, "Baby Girl Mitchell," in black ink. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Born at 3:47 p.m. Those are facts I can understand. Sarah's mother walks in carrying balloons, pink and white. "It's a girl," in glittery letters. She takes one look at the baby in my arms, and the balloons slip from her fingers, floating up to bump against the ceiling. My mother-in-law faints. The sound of her body hitting the floor breaks something. Suddenly, everyone's moving. My father catching her shoulders, a nurse rushing in with ammonia salts, Sarah sobbing into her hands. But I just stand there, holding this baby who can't be mine, feeling her heart beat through the thin blanket. Rapid and strong, alive. If you've ever felt your world shatter in seconds, you know this feeling. This weightless moment before the fall. The car ride home stretches like a wound. Sarah sits in the back with the baby. With Maya, she'd finally said her name, while I drive. The same route we'd driven 2 days ago, timing contractions, laughing about whether we'd make it in time. Now the only sounds are Maya's occasional whimpers and the turn signal clicking too loud at every intersection. I adjust the rear-view mirror and catch sight of the car seat. We'd spent 3 hours at Bye Bye Baby, choosing that exact one. Highest safety ratings. Sarah had insisted on the one with extra side impact protection. "Nothing but the best for our princess," she'd said. "Our princess!" Sarah wouldn't hold her. At the hospital, they'd tried to hand Maya to her for feeding, but Sarah turned her face to the wall. "I can't," she'd whispered. "Not yet." So, I held the bottle instead. Watched this tiny stranger drink formula in hungry gulps, her dark eyes never leaving my face. The silence in the car feels solid, like water filling up the space between us. I want to scream. I want to pull over and demand answers. I want to rewind time to before that delivery room, before the truth written in melanin and genetics destroyed 8 years of marriage. "Tom," Sarah finally says. Her voice comes from far away, even though she's right behind me. "Please say something." I grip the steering wheel harder. There's formula on my shirt from where Maya spit up. A normal father thing. Except, I'm not her father. The thought feels like swallowing broken glass. "What do you want me to say?" My voice doesn't sound like mine. Too calm, too controlled. The baby fusses. I hear Sarah shifting, the car seat harness clicking, but she still won't pick her up. I never meant, Sarah starts. Don't, I cut her off. Not now, not with her here. Her, not our daughter, not Maya. Her. We pull into our driveway, the same ranch house we'd bought 3 years ago, specifically for the good schools. The nursery window glows soft yellow from the nightlight we'd left on. Sarah had painted clouds on the ceiling herself, spent weekends picking the perfect shade of lavender for the walls. Sarah finally speaks. His name was Marcus. The nursery door stays closed. I stand in the hallway, Maya sleeping against my chest in the carrier the hospital gave us. She weighs nothing, but my back aches from standing still so long. The door is white, 6 panels, brass knob we'd replaced last month, because Sarah thought the old one looked dated. Behind it waits everything we'd prepared, the crib my father helped me assemble. The changing table stocked with diapers in 3 sizes because we didn't know how fast she'd grow. The mobile with elephants that plays Brahms' lullaby. The rocking chair where Sarah was supposed to nurse our baby while I read Goodnight Moon in silly voices. The nursery door stays closed. I walk past it to our bedroom, my bedroom now, I suppose, and set Maya's carrier on the bed. She's beautiful. I hate myself for thinking it, but she is. Perfect features, long eyelashes, a tiny nose that scrunches when she dreams. Her skin is the color of coffee with cream, smooth and unblemished. There's a onesie on my dresser. Daddy's girl, in pink cursive. Sarah must have washed it, laid it out for today, for bringing our baby home. I pick it up. The fabric is soft, expensive. The tag is still on. 3 days ago, after she knew. I check the receipt in Sarah's hospital bag. Bought 2 days ago at Target, after the contractions started, after she knew what was coming. She still bought this, still prepared as if we could pretend. My phone buzzes. My mother. How are you doing, sweetheart? Do you need anything? I don't know how to answer. What do I need? A time machine? A different wife? A DNA test that changes reality? Maya whimpers. Her face scrunches, turns red. The cry starts soft, then builds. I've never heard her really cry before. In the hospital, she was quiet, almost serene. Now she wails, and the sound fills the room, fills my chest, fills the spaces between what was and what is. I pick her up, awkward, unsure. Her head needs support. I remember that from the class. The crying intensifies. She's so small, so fragile. Her fingers grab at my shirt, tiny nails scratching. Shh, I try. It's okay. But it's not okay. Nothing is okay. This baby needs a father, and I'm just a stranger whose wife, I found the receipt. She'd bought it 3 days ago. Sarah sits at the kitchen table, still in her hospital discharge clothes. The coffee maker gurgles, filling the room with a smell that turns my stomach. Maya sleeps in the bouncer we'd registered for, the one Sarah's co-workers bought at the shower. I need you to explain, I say. Everything. Sarah's hands wrap around her mug, knuckles white. She looks older than 29. The last 48 hours have carved lines around her eyes, pulled her mouth down at the corners. It was December, she starts. The company Christmas party. December, 4 months ago. When I was in Denver for the conference. When she said she had the flu and couldn't pick me up from the airport. Marcus Freeman, he's in accounting, was in accounting. He transferred to the Atlanta office in February. It wasn't just once. How many times? My voice stays level. Controlled devastation, like a building demolished from the inside, still standing but hollow. Sarah's tears fall onto the table, little splashes on the wood we'd picked out together at the furniture store. Does it matter? How many times, Sarah? She closes her eyes. 3, maybe 4. I was drunk the first time, and then you weren't. No, she whispers, then I wasn't. The baby has his eyes. Maya stirs in the bouncer, makes a small sound. We both look at her. this living evidence of the maybe 4 times, this beautiful disaster. I ended it, Sarah says quickly. In January, before I knew. I swear, Tom, I ended it before I knew about the baby. You mean before you knew she was his? The words hang between us like a blade. I hoped, the timing. She trails off. When I saw her, I knew, but I hoped maybe you wouldn't notice my white wife gave birth to a black baby. Mixed, Sarah corrects automatically, then flinches. She's mixed. It happened twice. No, 3 times. The first night alone with Maya tests every limit I didn't know I had. Sarah sleeps in the guest room, or doesn't sleep. I hear her crying through the walls. But when Maya wakes at 2 a.m., then 3:30, then 4:45, it's me who goes to her. Me who fumbles with formula powder, who checks the temperature on my wrist like the nurse showed me. Me who changes diapers in the dark because I can't bear to turn on the nursery light. She's so small in my hands. When I lift her for feeding, my fingers span her entire back. Her head smells like baby shampoo from her first bath. The nurse had done it while Sarah slept, showed me how to support her neck, keep water out of her ears. Normal things, father things, except I'm not. At 4 a.m., she won't stop crying. Not hungry, not wet, just crying. The sound drills into my skull, sets every nerve on fire. I walk the hallway, bounce her gently like I've seen in movies. Nothing works. Please, I whisper to her. Please stop. She doesn't understand. She's 3 days old. She doesn't understand that her existence has destroyed everything. She doesn't understand that looking at her breaks my heart. She just knows she's alone in the dark with a stranger. She didn't choose this. The thought comes unbidden, unwanted. She didn't choose to be born from an affair, didn't choose her biology, her skin color, the circumstances that made her existence a betrayal. She's innocent. I sit in the living room rocker, the one Sarah's grandmother left us. Maya's cries soften to whimpers. I'm exhausted, broken, empty. Without thinking, I start humming. Mom's lullaby, the one she sang to me when I was sick. Some Irish song about the sea. She stopped crying when I hummed Mom's lullaby. Maya's eyes drift closed. Her breathing evens out. One tiny hand grabs my finger, holds on like I'm the only solid thing in her world. Maybe I am. The DNA testing center smells like disinfectant and disappointment. Other men sit in the waiting room, some with children, some alone. Nobody makes eye contact. We all know why we're here. Maya sleeps in her carrier beside me, 2 weeks old now. The black man across from me keeps glancing at her, then at me, then back to his magazine. I know what he's thinking. Sometimes genetics tells the truth before science does. Mitchell? A technician in blue scrubs calls from the doorway. Young, maybe 25, with kind eyes that have seen too many broken families. The cotton swab feels like nothing in my hand. Such a small thing to end a marriage, to end the fiction of fatherhood. The technician swabs Maya's cheek while she sleeps. She doesn't even stir. Results take 5 to 7 business days, she says, sealing the samples in separate bags. Labels with case numbers, not names. We're all just numbers here. They'll come in a sealed envelope. Some people prefer to open them with a counselor present. I'll be fine, I lie. She glances at Maya, back at me. She's beautiful. Yeah, I say, she is. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. I already know what it will say, but I need the paper, need the scientific proof to make decisions that will destroy multiple lives. Need the excuse to walk away that biology provides. Maya wakes as I buckle her into the car. Those dark eyes find mine, and for a moment I swear she sees through me. Sees the coward holding the carrier. The man who needs a lab to tell him what his heart already knows. She didn't choose this. The phrase keeps coming back, uninvited. The lawyer's office has leather chairs that cost more than my monthly mortgage. Jeffrey Coleman, Esquire. Divorced 3 times himself, according to Google. He'll know the dance. Paternity fraud, he says, the word sharp and clean. Clear grounds for divorce. We can petition for annulment based on fraud, though that's harder to prove. As for the child, Maya, I say. Her name is Maya. He pauses, reshuffles papers. Right. Maya. Since you're not the biological father, you have no financial obligations. Sign here, and we can begin proceedings to remove your name from the birth certificate. The pen weighs 1,000 pounds. Such a simple signature to erase a life from mine. Maya's in the carrier beside me, awake now, watching dust motes dance in the afternoon sun streaming through the window. Her little feet kick at nothing. What if I don't sign? Coleman leans back, chair creaking. Then you're accepting legal paternity, child support for 18 years, possible custody battles. Your wife could fight for alimony and full custody. You'd be paying for another man's child. Another man's child. Like, she's a debt, not a baby. How long do I have to decide? You have 30 days to contest paternity. In this state, 30 days from birth to contest. You have 16 days left. After that, you're legally her father, regardless of biology. 16 days. The ticking clock sounds like Maya's heartbeat on the baby monitor. Rapid, insistent, alive. My advice, Coleman continues. Sign now, make a clean break. You're young, no kids of your own yet. You can start over. No kids of my own. He means no real kids. No biological kids. As if the last 2 weeks of 3 a.m. feedings and first smiles mean nothing because we don't share DNA. I'll think about it, I say, standing. Don't think too long, Coleman warns. Emotion makes these cases messier and expensive. Sarah's parents arrive with checkbooks and judgment. Richard and Linda Chen never liked me much. Wrong career, teaching doesn't pay enough. Wrong family, too middle class. Wrong race probably, though they'd never say it. Now I'm the wronged party, and they hate that even more. We'll make this right, Richard says, sitting in my living room like he owns it. The check is already written. $50,000. For your trouble. My trouble. Like Maya is an inconvenience. She's in the nursery, the door finally open, napping in the crib I assembled with such hope. We know Sarah made a mistake, Linda adds. She can't even say affair, can't say betrayal, just mistake, like Sarah forgot to pay a parking ticket. But the baby needs a proper family. She has a family, I hear myself say. They suggested adoption today. Be realistic, Tom. Richard's voice hardens. You're a white man raising a black child that isn't yours. What happens when she's older? When people ask questions? When she asks questions? Linda pulls out a folder. Of course they came prepared. Catholic Family Services. They have wonderful families waiting. Mixed-race couples who can't conceive. The baby would grow up with parents who look like her, understand her culture. Her culture. I stand up, anger finally breaking through the numbness. She's 2 weeks old. Her culture is formula and clean diapers. Tom, please. Sarah appears in the doorway. She's lost weight, her face gaunt. Maybe they're right. Maybe it would be better. Better for who? She didn't choose this. The phrase comes out before I can stop it. She didn't choose this. They all stare at me. Linda's mouth opens, closes. Richard taps the check against the coffee table. The one Sarah and I bought at an estate sale, sanded and refinished together. Take the money, Richard says. Start over. We'll handle everything. Sarah will sign away rights. Quick adoption. You'll never have to see any of us again. Never see Maya again. Never know if her new parents love her or just wanted a baby, any baby. Never know if she grows up wondering why everyone abandoned her. Get out, I say quietly. Tom, Linda starts. Get out of my house. They leave the check on the table. After they're gone, I tear it into pieces, then smaller pieces, then confetti that falls like snow onto the carpet Maya will learn to crawl on. If I let her. Marcus Freeman shows up on a Tuesday. I know it's him before he speaks. 6'2", athletic build, skin the same warm brown as Maya's. Expensive suit, shoes that shine like mirrors. Wedding ring catching the light as he knocks on my door. "You must be Tom," he says, like we're meeting at a barbecue instead of over the ruins of my marriage. I don't move from the doorway. Behind me, Maya's in her swing, the mechanical whir-click-whir keeping her calm. "I want to see her," Marcus says. "Sarah sent pictures, but no." His jaw tightens. "She's my daughter, biologically. That's the only way that counts, man. I don't do kids. That's your problem now. But first, he has to make his case. Has to pretend. Look, I know this is complicated, but I have rights. I could file for custody." "Then do it." He shifts, uncomfortable. The wedding ring catches light again. "My wife doesn't know. We have 2 boys, 7 and 5. It would destroy everything. Like it destroyed mine. I never meant Sarah and I. It just happened. 4 times. His face changes, harder now. "She tell you everything? How she came to my hotel room? How she—" "Stop." Maya makes a sound from inside. Not crying, just talking to herself in that baby way. Marcus leans, trying to see past me. "Can I at least look at her?" I step aside. Let him see what he's rejecting. He walks to the swing, stands there staring. Maya looks back at him with those same dark eyes. His eyes. For a moment, his face softens, and I see what might have been. A father meeting his daughter. Then he backs away. "I can't," he says. "My family, my real family, I can't. I'll sign whatever papers you need, give up all rights. I can even pay. I don't want your money." "Then what do you want?" I look at Maya, then back at him. "For you to leave, forever." He nods, relief visible in every line of his body. At the door, he turns back. "For what it's worth, Sarah said you're good with her. The baby, I mean." "Her name is Maya." "Right, Maya." He says it like a foreign word. "I don't do kids that weren't planned, man. That's your problem now." After he leaves, I pick Maya up from the swing. She's lighter than guilt, but heavier than regret. Her hand finds my face, tiny fingers exploring my nose, my cheek, the stubble I haven't bothered to shave. "Just you and me, kid," I tell her. "Your biological father is a coward." She blows a spit bubble, unimpressed by the drama of adults. The pediatrician's office is a sanctuary of primary colors and normalcy. Dr. Patel has been Maya's doctor since that first week. She doesn't ask about the obvious, doesn't question why I'm always the one bringing Maya in, why the emergency contact is my mother now instead of Sarah. "She's thriving," Dr. Patel says, checking Maya's weight. 85th percentile for height, 90th for weight, perfect development. Maya grabs the stethoscope, tries to eat it. She's 3 months old now. The days have blurred together. Formula, diapers, tummy time, first laughs. Sarah drifts through the house like a ghost, sometimes holding Maya, mostly not. We're roommates raising a baby, nothing more. "Watch this," Dr. Patel says, holding a red ring above Maya's face. Maya tracks it with her eyes, reaches for it. When she catches it, she smiles. She smiled at me, not her first smile. That was weeks ago, probably gas. But her first real, deliberate, I see you and you make me happy smile at me. The stranger who's been pretending to be her father. "She knows you?" Dr. Patel says quietly. "Look how she watches you when you talk." I'm across the room, but Maya's eyes find me. When I walk closer, she kicks her legs, excited. When I pick her up, she settles immediately against my chest, that spot she's claimed as hers. "Babies don't care about biology," Dr. Patel continues. "They care about who shows up. Who feeds them at 2 a.m., who sings off-key lullabies, who loves them. I'm not, I start. I know, she says gently. Sarah told me, but look at Maya. She doesn't know. She just knows your dad. Dad. The word hits like lightning. She has your expression somehow. And it's true. When she's frustrated, she furrows her brow the same way I do. When she's happy, she does this hiccup laugh that sounds like mine. Not genetics, just mimicry. Learning to be human by watching the human who cares for her. The first year is critical for attachment, Dr. Patel says. She's bonding with you. The question is, are you bonding with her? I look at Maya, who's now trying to eat my shirt button. Her eyes are still Marcus's. Her skin is still evidence of betrayal, but her smile is for me. Sarah finds me in the nursery at midnight. Maya finally asleep after an hour of fussing. I'm in the rocking chair, afraid to move and wake her. We need to talk, Sarah whispers. It's been 3 months of not talking, 3 months of existing in the same space but different worlds. The divorce papers are on the kitchen counter, unsigned. The 30-day window to contest paternity passed 2 months ago. I'm legally Maya's father now. Biology be damned. I'm leaving, Sarah says, with or without you. The ultimatum hangs between us like a blade. Marcus? I ask. God, no. She sounds disgusted. My sister in Portland. She said I can stay with her, get a job, start over. And Maya? Sarah's quiet for so long, I think she won't answer. Then, I can't look at her without seeing what I did. Every time someone asks about her father, every time they look at us and know, I can't do it, Tom. Choose, me without her or her without me. So, you're asking me to choose, I say. I'm telling you, I've already chosen. I'm leaving next week. If you want to save our marriage, we leave Maya with my parents. They'll arrange the adoption. We can move to Portland together, start over, maybe have kids of our own. Our own kids! You know what I mean? Yeah, I say. I do. Maya stirs in my arms, makes a soft sound. Her hand is wrapped around my finger, even in sleep. Trusting. Safe. And if I choose her, I ask, then I file for divorce and give you full custody. You'll never see me again. Me or her. Choose now. The choice should be harder. 8 years of marriage versus 3 months of midnight feedings. The woman I loved versus a child who isn't mine. The life I planned versus the life thrust upon me. But Maya's breath against my chest makes the choice for me. The weight of her, the trust of her, the way she looks for me in every room. I need the car seat, I say. If you're taking the car to Portland. Sarah makes a sound like braking. That's your answer? She didn't choose this, I say, but I choose her. Sarah leaves the nursery. I hear her crying in our bedroom, her bedroom now. But I just rock Maya, humming Mom's lullaby, watching the clouds Sarah painted drift across the ceiling in the nightlight's glow. The courtroom smells like old wood and new fear. 6 months have passed since Sarah left for Portland. 6 months of single fatherhood, of explaining to daycare teachers, of stares at the grocery store. 6 months of Maya growing, laughing, becoming a person instead of just a consequence. Now Marcus wants her back. His lawyer is everything mine isn't. Armani suit, silver hair, the kind of presence that makes judges listen. Mine is a public defender named Janet, overworked and undercaffeinated, but fierce when it counts. My client has realized his mistake, Marcus's lawyer says, voice smooth as oil. He wants to be part of his biological daughter's life. The law favors biological parents. I sit straight, Maya's daycare bag at my feet. Inside are 3 things Janet said might help. Maya's drawings from art time, mostly scribbles, but one that might be a face. A report from her teacher about how she only calms down when I pick her up, and a photo of her first Halloween, dressed as a pumpkin, laughing in my arms. Marcus sits across the aisle in a suit that costs more than I make in a month. His wife is nowhere to be seen. She doesn't know. This is his secret play for partial custody, weekends and holidays, keeping Maya compartmentalized from his real family. Your Honor, I am her father. But first, evidence. Janet stands. Your Honor, Mr. Freeman abandoned this child. He signed away his rights 6 months ago. He told my client, and I quote, "I don't do kids that weren't planned." People change, Marcus's lawyer counters. My client was in shock. Now he's ready to step up. The judge, a black woman named Harrison with kind eyes and a no-nonsense voice, looks at Marcus. Mr. Freeman, why now? What's changed in 6 months? Marcus shifts. I realize she's my responsibility. Not your joy, not your daughter, your responsibility. Silence. Judge Harrison turns to me. Mr. Mitchell, you have no biological connection to this child. Why should this court allow you to maintain custody? I stand. Janet told me not to, but I can't sit for this. Your Honor, I was there when she was born. I've been there every night since. I know she hates peas but loves sweet potatoes. I know she sleeps better when you rub her back counterclockwise. I know she's afraid of the vacuum but fascinated by the blender. I know her. Mr. Freeman is her biological. I'm her father, I interrupt. Every 2 a.m. feeding, every diaper, every doctor's appointment, every smile, every tear, every first. Where was he? Planning his approach, consulting lawyers, protecting his real family from his mistake? Mr. Mitchell, the judge warns. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but Maya isn't a mistake. She's not a responsibility. She's my daughter, not by blood, but by choice, by showing up, by loving her when everyone else walked away. Your Honor, I am her father. I pull out the daycare drawing. She made this yesterday. It's supposed to be me. Her teacher says she won't nap unless she's holding the shirt I leave there. It smells like me. That's not biology. That's bond. Marcus's lawyer objects. Judge Harrison overrules. Mr. Freeman, the judge says, have you told your wife about Maya? That's not relevant. It's completely relevant. You're asking for partial custody. Where would Maya stay during your time? How would you explain a baby appearing every other weekend? Marcus looks at his lawyer, then down. I would work it out. You would work it out. Judge Harrison's voice could freeze fire. Mr. Mitchell, would you allow Mr. Freeman's supervised visitation? No, I say immediately. He made his choice. He doesn't get to unmake it because his guilt got heavy. Janet kicks my foot. I'm being too aggressive, but I'm past caring. Maya deserves better than being someone's secret, I continue. Better than a father who only wants her when it's convenient. Better than being hidden from her biological siblings because daddy can't tell the truth. The judge reviews papers, makes notes. The courtroom clock ticks. Marcus whispers urgently to his lawyer. Finally, Judge Harrison looks up. Mr. Freeman, I'm denying your petition for custody. You abandoned this child legally and emotionally. Mr. Mitchell has been her psychological parent for her entire life. The best interests of the child are served by remaining with the only father she's ever known. The gavel comes down. Marcus storms out without looking at me. His lawyer follows, already on his phone. Janet hugs me, tells me it's over. But it's not over. It's just beginning. Sarah shows up the night before the adoption finalization. Maya's almost one now, walking sort of more like controlled falling, saying words that might be words dada and baba, bottle and no, her favorite. She's asleep in her crib, clutching the stuffed elephant that goes everywhere with her. Sarah looks good. Portland agrees with her. New haircut, color in her cheeks, a lightness I haven't seen in years. She's holding divorce papers and a small gift bag. I came to sign the final papers, she says, and to say goodbye. We sit at the kitchen table, the same one where she confessed everything a year ago. The divorce was finalized 3 months ago, uncontested. Tomorrow, the adoption becomes official, Sarah's signature is the last thing needed. How is she? Sarah asks. Good, happy. She took 4 steps yesterday before falling. That's good. Sarah's voice cracks slightly. Tom, I need to tell you something. I wait. I'm pregnant, she says. 3 months. His name is David. He's a good man. Knows everything. The words should hurt. Don't. Congratulations, I say, and mean it. Sarah opens the gift bag, pulls out a small pearl bracelet. This was my grandmother's, for Maya, when she's older, so she has something from me. Sarah. I know I failed her, Sarah interrupts. I failed you both, but watching you with her, Tom, you're her real father. You're the one she needs. Maya said Dada today, to you. She says Dada now, I tell her, clear as day. Dada when she sees me. Dada when she wants up. Dada when she's scared. Sarah's crying now, silent tears. I'm glad. I'm so glad it's you. She signs the papers, all of them. Rights terminated, adoption approved, Maya officially becoming Maya Mitchell tomorrow at 9 a.m. Can I see her? Sarah asks. Just once? We stand in Maya's doorway. She's on her back, arms flung wide, completely trusting in her safety. The nightlight makes her skin glow. She's beautiful. Sarah's nose, Marcus's eyes, but somehow, miraculously, mine in every way that matters. She didn't choose this, Sarah whispers, echoing my words from so long ago. No, I agree. But I choose her. Every day I choose her. Sarah kisses her fingers, touches them to the doorframe. A blessing, a goodbye. After she leaves, I sit in Maya's room, watching her sleep. Tomorrow, the law catches up to what's been true all along. She's my daughter. 2 years later. The backyard is chaos, and I love it. 15 two-year-olds fueled by cake and sunshine. Parents trying to quarrel sugar-drunk toddlers. My mother manning the bubble machine while my father assembles the impossibly complicated bounce house we rented. Maya runs through it all in her yellow dress. She picked it out herself, insisting on, "Lello, Daddy, Lello." Chocolate frosting in her hair. Grass stains on her knees. Absolutely perfect. Daddy, up. She crashes into my legs, arms raised. I lift her, spin her around. She shrieks with joy, that laugh that makes everything worth it. More kids than I expected, Janet says, appearing with a juice box. She's become a friend over the years, unofficial aunt to Maya. Yeah, well, turns out toddlers have better social lives than adults. Some parents whisper, glance at us. They always do. The white single dad with the mixed-race daughter. Let them wonder. Let them gossip. They don't know our story. Daddy, cake. Maya points at the remains of her Moana cake. You've had 2 pieces, baby girl. Peas. She deploys the eyes, those big brown eyes that own me completely. Nice try, kid. Dr. Patel arrives with her own daughter. Sorry we're late. Traffic was, Maya, look how big you are. Maya hides her face in my neck, suddenly shy. But she peeks out, waves. Use your words, baby, I encourage. Hi, she whispers, then louder. Hi, my party. Yes, it is. Happy birthday. The afternoon flows. Games, presents, tantrums, not just Maya's, and slowly, guests leaving. As the sun sets, it's just family, my parents, my sister, who drove up from Sacramento, and us. Present time? My mom asks, pulling out one more wrapped box. Mom, she's gotten enough. This one's special. Inside is a photo album, the first picture. Me in the delivery room, holding Maya, looking terrified. I didn't know anyone took it. Dad? I look at him, surprised. Your mother made me, he says gruffly. Said you'd want it someday. The album chronicles everything. First smile, definitely gas. First Christmas, she slept through it. First steps, into my arms. First word, Dada, recorded on video. Every milestone, but also the in-between moments. Maya asleep on my chest. Maya covered in strained carrots. Maya and me at the park, both laughing at something off camera. The last page has 2 documents, the adoption certificate and Maya's latest daycare art project. My daddy and me. 2 stick figures holding hands. One tall, one small, both smiling. She'd told her teacher it was Daddy and Maya, best friends. Daddy sad. Maya notices my tears, pats my face with sticky hands. No, baby, Daddy's happy. Happy birthday to me, she shouts, then runs to the bounce house. My mom sits beside me. You did good, son. I had help. No, she says firmly. You chose this. Every day you choose her. That's not help. That's love. Dr. Patel finds me cleaning up, Maya finally napping inside. Can I tell you something? She asks. That first appointment, when you brought her in alone, I wasn't sure you'd make it. Single dad, situation like yours. I've seen men run from less. I thought about it, I admit. But you didn't. You stayed. You became her father. She pauses. Maya's lucky. Not everyone gets chosen like that. No DNA, no doubt. Just dad. As guests leave, they share stories. The daycare teacher mentions how Maya talks about me constantly. Daddy says this, Daddy does that. You're her whole world. The last guest is someone I don't recognize, a young black woman with a kind smile. I'm Denise, she says, from the adoption agency. I like to check in sometimes, unofficially, just to see. And she watches Maya through the window, passed out in my dad's arms while he watches football. I see a family, she says simply. A real one. After everyone's gone, after the dishes are done and the yard cleaned, I carry Maya to her room. She wakes as I lay her down. Daddy? Yeah, baby. Love you big much. Love you big much, too. She didn't choose this, but I chose her. And that choice made me her real father. The adoption certificate hangs next to her drawing. 2 stick figures holding hands, labeled in the purple crayon. My daddy and me. No DNA test in the world could make that more real. I close her door softly, pause in the hallway. Through the monitor, I hear her singing to her elephant. Off-key nonsense words, but the melody is unmistakable. Mom's lullaby. The one I hummed that first impossible night. Now it's hers. Passed down not through blood, but through love. Through choosing each other when the world gave us every reason not to. My phone buzzes. Sarah. I saw the birthday photos online. She's beautiful. Thank you for being her dad. I don't respond. There's nothing left to say. Sarah's living her life in Portland with her new family. Marcus disappeared into his carefully constructed existence. And me? I'm here, where I've been every night for 3 years, where I'll be for every birthday, every heartbreak, every triumph, every ordinary Tuesday. Because she's my daughter. Not by accident of biology, but by the deliberate daily choice to show up, to stay, to love her through the hard questions that will come, through the identity struggles, through the someday conversation about how our family came to be. But that's future. Tonight, there's a 2-year-old dreaming of bounce houses and yellow dresses, secure in the knowledge that Daddy will be there when she wakes, and I will be. Family isn't always about blood. It's about choice. If you have a chosen family story, share it below. And if this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear that love is always a choice. Some things can't be measured in DNA. They can only be measured in showing up. In choosing to stay when leaving would be easier. In becoming the parent a child needs, not the one biology intended. Maya didn't choose this beginning, but I chose our ending. And every day when she runs to me shouting, Daddy, with absolute certainty that I'll catch her, I know I chose right. Love isn't about blood. It's about showing up at 2 a.m. It's about learning which cry means hungry and which means scared. It's about becoming the person a tiny human trusts completely. It's about choosing each other again and again until choice becomes family. And that's exactly what we are.